looks good. Throw out the stream announcement. I wasn't sure I was going to get one more game in here before a bit of a break for me, but turns out we are. We're continuing the road to expert, although we are up to 460. So I would say the road to expert is going well. I'm on a heck of a winning streak, actually. I've been playing some of my friends today, and it's been going very well. A 472 for us, excellent. Basically somebody that's right at our skill level. I'm going to look at that in a sec. Sorry, I got distracted because I actually am curious how much of a winning streak I'm on. I really should be paying attention to the game, you know, but it feels like my recent games have gone very well. Win, 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 win. Okay, yeah, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game winning streak, even with 4 games against my expert rated friends in there. Feels good. A lot of these games are against like some 200s, but some of them are legit. Anyhow, I instantly see a cable car and an explorer. Those are very strong. Sloth bear is very strong generically. Indian rhinoceros can be okay, although we have to hold it for a while. We have primates, Asia, and habitat diversity. Asia, I mean, we pretty much have to keep this. We could just keep this and go for all the Asia. The problem is we don't really play any of these very fast. That is kind of the issue. A lot of these cards we hold for a while. Do we have any rock icons, by the way? No rock icons. I think we still keep cable car. We have outdoor areas, a very good map. We at least do have associate really high to get this cable car going, and we do have snapping right away in case anything key is on the row, and we are first player. All of that's good. We got to keep cable car and explorer. I think we have to keep sloth bear. I don't know that I keep the rhinoceros. It feels like too many cards that I'm trying to hold for too long, because I'm probably holding explorer and sloth bear into the next cycle, so holding the rhino also is asking a lot. I kind of don't hate keeping a petting zoo animal. I've learned that I really like petting zoos just sneaking around the edge on this map. Although, okay, the thing we can do on this map that I always forget about too, though, is we can open partner zoo and then, like, play 2 size, 2 size, and then all of a sudden be snaking a cable car, like, explorer down before we even play any animal. Oh, that's also pretty dang good. You know, let's just hold all the good cards, and we'll figure out other cards. None of the other animals are important enough. We have diverse species zoo that really helps with the explorer. There's a barred owl hut, which I like, but otherwise the card row is not offering anything particularly alluring, so I think we just secure the Asia partner zoo that we're definitely going to want. It's an Asia game. Yeah, everything about this says take an Asia partner zoo. Partner zoos also are better with habitat diversity in play, so we really don't want to be mucking around with universities. It does mean we're going to be slow on reputation, so reputation going to be a bit of a concern. No rock icons again, by the way. I think the next play is we build, and then we grab cards, and then we build again. And then we can play upgraded, we can just play cable car, or we can play explorer. Both are going to be valid. Oh, we have some stream chat too. Sorry, I'm totally missing chat because I don't have it up full screen. Whoops, let me fix that. Let's get that going up. There we go. You kind of like started on the right over the X. Interesting. I think rushing for the partner zoos is too good here. My opponent is also rushing for the partner zoo. I don't know. I'm going to do the partner zoo thing, but this rhino is going to be pulling species diversity for us because the sloth bear is excellent for species diversity. I am going to draw a couple cards off the deck and see if we get any playable animals. Alternatively, I could just snap like a caracal. Caracol's not the most exciting animal to play, but it's fine. There is an argument to just making sure that I get a playable animal, because I already have playable cards. You know, actually, I'm talking myself into just having a playable animal. The fox might be better, though, too, because that allows... I do rate clever very highly. Yeah, you know what? I'm okay to just make sure I have a playable animal here. Um, this could go better because it could find me another card that's good. But I think being able to knock something out of the way is very good here. So let's just make sure we have a animal we can play in a sec. I probably am supposed to still play Explorer here before playing Cable Car. Explorer is just so good. Given that we're racing for habitat diversity, I do think I'm supposed to take a partner zoo that just helps me out. I could take an Africa partner zoo to save a little money, but saving money doesn't even make that much sense with Explorer anyhow. Primates does say Africa is more likely to pay off long term though, but I'll take an Australian partner zoo. There's a lot of small Europe animals we might find. A lot of the Australian animals are harder to play, so I think that could be harder for us. And I do think we just upgrade sponsors. We have such a reason to want upgraded sponsors. All right, our opponent is taking cards. We should pay better attention to what our opponent is doing since they're also very highly rated. They've played a victory column and they've taken a North America partner zoo. It's not too concerning yet. It is a little spooky. My opponent can use this and could later pilfer us, so we do need to be careful about the pilfering, because we have very important cards in hand, so I really don't want to get pilfered. I also could play the Owl Hut. Wow. The Owl Hut's also kind of tempting. But whatever, this is fine. With my clever, I probably knock build out of the way. I don't know that I need to build again before I play stuff. But maybe I play build again. My opponent took a European partner zoo and upgraded animals. Yeah. Okay. Doesn't really matter which this fox goes into. We get some nice appeal off the Explorer. The Explorer is just so good. So much money in appeal. We don't have a second animal to play. That's okay. I don't think I want to knock Associate out of the way. Although, what am I trying to associate? Maybe I do knock Associate out of the way for this cycle. I presumably get back to Associate in time. It's usually wrong to knock Associate out of the way. But I don't have a project that I'm doing. Am I okay drawing more cards? Not really, because I'm going to have to discard those cards. Nah, let's just discard cards. Yeah, just discard cards. Maybe I just X build out of the way so I can play Cable Card next. My opponent plays a Quarantine Lab, so they're protected from all attacks. Useful to remember that. We're just going to knock build out of the way. I think that's fine. Yeah, this is a little bit awkward, actually, because we're going to want to break soon. But our opponent's also choosing to not cause a break. Our opponent hasn't even played animals yet. It's also kind of tempting just to break. We could just break 5 here. Our opponent hasn't played animals yet. I don't know. It's not that good, though, either. My opponent has played another thing, and they drew a card from the deck. My opponent has to discard 2 cards if I break here. I have to use an X token to break, though. I just want to play the Cable Car. I don't know. Although if I'm playing the cable car, what am I up to the rest of the round? These are good questions. I think I was playing the cable car here, but am I taking a random card here? I could take a random card, or I could take the Owl Hut just to look at more. The Owl Hut lets me look at more cards. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good build-in. Playing birds to just look at more birds. It's not great. I'm going to let it go and see what else we get, but it wouldn't be terrible. This guy has a reptile symbol on it, and it venoms, which is not important to us. This is why random cards are dubious. We're getting hit with venom from our opponent. That's kind of annoying. It's not hugely a problem, but it's just kind of annoying. If I look at cards here, I look at 2 cards, keep 1. It's not very good, but... I have room to keep 1 card. This is not a very good action. My opponent is now ready for a break. We have similar incomes. I have a lot more money. I could build a 2-size here otherwise. Building a 2-size, taking an X token, and being ready to just play the Rhino next round doesn't feel awful. Although the Rhino puts a card into hand, so we're going to have hand issues again. Although we might just be taking a hand-size uni as our next round, because I don't have a project to play. I'm not seeing projects to play yet. I mean, I guess I could set up to play the Rhino, and then I could just take Asia 2. I also could set up to just Asia 2. It's not bad. Let's look at cards. I'm a little filled with uncertainty here. Native farm animals is interesting, but I don't think it's worth it here. Although, well, actually, I just can't play this animal. Okay. I can play Water Playground as my next action. Water Playground's a good action. My opponent probably breaks here. Probably. We'll find out. I still don't have playable animals, which is starting to become an issue. Although, again, wow, yeah, my opponent chooses to X something out of the way. So we're kind of in break chicken at the moment. Yeah, my opponent just breaks. I mean, I'm more comfortable being in break chicken than they are. I'm doing useful things. I'm asserting that they're not doing useful things. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I could still take this Owl Hut. I could still grab this Owl Hut. Alternatively, I just push down towards this other sponsor. What's native farm animals again? Each border space that's connected but not covered. I mean, this even sets up native farm animals. Do I want a random card? I still sort of want a random card, but also I like the Owl Hut. It's hard to get the Owl Hut played. We already have another sponsor we can play. Just keep looking. Guided School Tour is fantastic. Guided School Tour is very fantastic. We'll keep that. Especially in a species diversity game, we already want diverse species, so... my opponent has just X'd build out of the way. Yeah, I mean, I can build a 2-size that's useful here. This is just straight out useful for our rhinoceros, so I'll do that. If we want to keep playing this game, I think I'm getting more use out of these actions than my opponent is. My opponent is taking a cards action with an X in order to snap a Caracal. I don't know what that's about, but sure, you're allowed to do that. The red panda is interesting but very unplayable. I think now is finally time to cause a break. No, wait, we just played Guided School Tours. Who am I kidding? Why are we causing the break? We have useful things to do. I'm going to continue to just do useful things. Now my opponent's going to cause the break. Yep, totally fine. This is so fine. My opponent... Did my opponent upgrade Association as their... Wait, my opponent didn't upgrade Animals, they upgraded Association? And there are 472? What is this about? They want to donate, but why do you want to donate so bad? These rewards are not important. You want to, oh, because they're going to take more partner zoos in order to race habitat diversity. Okay, they're racing us on habitat diversity. And that's why they took the Caracal. Never mind. They're just racing for 5 habitat. Okay, fine. We're going to lose the race to 5 habitat. Yeah, our opponent is dead set on winning the race to 5 habitat because they're going to take a partner zoo. I say we let them and we just focus on 5 Asia. Like, that's not that big of an issue if we win that race. Also, there's like no other projects anyhow. Like, whatever. They can do that. Although I said I was maybe just going to 2 Asia here. Although I'm also going to just species diversity later, so whatever. Okay, what do we start with? Do I start with a hand size uni? I'm kind of wanting a hand size uni. Kind of want a hand size uni, and I think we sort of want a fast round. I do want a hand size uni, especially if I'm playing this rhino. I want to have room to keep holding on to this rhino. Alright, this is fine. We'll get working on some more upgrades. More upgrades would be good. We're probably just trying to push the break at some point here, too. We're not going to have a lot of money after playing Rhino. Yeah, not going to have a lot of money after playing Rhino. My opponent also doesn't have a lot of money, so they sort of want to go fast, but I kind of want to see if I can catch them before they're able to do their worker action. Although that's going to be very hard. It's going to be very hard. They should be doing worker action soon, although they're still missing Asia. I think their game plan is to take Asia Partner Zoo and then try to do Habitat 5 with the extra worker. We still haven't found rock symbols, by the way. There's at least one rock symbol for our cable car, but whoa. Oh, rhinoceros requires upgraded animals, everybody. We knew that intuitively, and yet I've been talking as if I didn't know that. Well, that was bad. That looks bad. We don't have animals that are playable. I can just draw 2 random cards. All right, try to draw 2 random cards and see what happens. We get a release. That is a release that we can use. It's not a great release at the moment. It'd be so much better if we found... Well, we could release the Sloth Bear. Releasing the Sloth Bear is actually pretty fine. I don't hate Sloth Bear release. My opponent is doing what I thought they were doing. So I would really like to cause an early break this round before they're able to use their second worker. That'd be nice. I'd rather not allow them to actually complete their project. If I do Sloth Bear here, though, I get to boost Associate, which is kind of not great here. So I'm a little awkward in that I don't want to do that. I also do kind of want to get this native farm animals into play. Oh, wait, my opponent is instantly associating? Oh, my. Oh, because they did Associate 8 with upgraded Associate. Okay, that was nasty. I missed that. That's why they were earning all the X's. Okay, all their X's were better than I was giving them credit for. I forgot they could do this. Okay, that was a lot better. That was much better than I thought. I forgot they were going to use all their X tokens to do both at once. Yeah, okay. This is why this is a 472. Our opponent did some cool stuff there. Yeah, they took the 2 rep also, which was obviously very good. And they upgraded build though. Interesting. Okay. I will admit we're in a bit of an issue because I don't really want to play this Sloth Bear, but also I think I'm supposed to play this Sloth Bear. I'm kind of okay with the round going long again now that my opponent used both their workers. So maybe I'm using Sloth Bear to boost Association to 1. That's kind of insanity, but also like... I think it's okay. Although, God, releasing the Sloth Bear is so dubious, too, because it makes my plan of species that much harder. No, I don't like that. Am I Xing animals out of the way again? That also feels so bad. I could use an X token to play 4-point native farm animals here. It's not very good. Yeah, not having playable animals is a huge issue here. Actually, okay, wait a sec. Why use an X for native farm animals, though? I should build first. Yeah, I should build first. Let's build a enclosure for the sloth bear. Not taking the rep is slightly dubious. Yeah, not taking the rep is kind of dubious. This is like setting up for more native farm animal points, though, which is cute. I don't know. Could be wrong. I don't like what I'm doing. My opponent's building kiosks. This makes sense. They're definitely setting up kiosks and pavilions, so they have a very good income. It's definitely an issue. Yeah, they're setting up a nice kiosk placement. Good use of the 5 size here. This is going to be a bit of a rough game for me because I don't know when I'm getting this next worker, and I just don't have animals to play. Not having another worker is really problematic. Double Rock Ibex, that is a card we want very badly. I want that card so bad. That's also a Europe icon, which allows me then to just do... that allows me to do Habitat 4. I could just do Habitat 4 before I take my next university. That's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I actually like that a lot. See if we can't find something better for this fan release. Okay. Does that mean that I'm knocking Associate down? I knock Associate down. I take the Ibex. The Ibex costs $10, but I get $2 back. So then I have I have enough to go Ibex into Sloth Bear, boost Associate back up. So I think that is the play, actually. Push Associate out of the side. Do this. Snap off the Ibex. Oh, my opponent's going to break here anyhow. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm still going to snap the Ibex. Yeah, still going to snap the Ibex here. And then we will be able to play... Then we can play Ibex into Sloth Bear into Habitat 4. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I have a lot of money left, so this part's a little dubious. I don't know, it's tricky. The thing is, my opponent raced Habitat 5 and set up nice income. But they didn't necessarily do a lot else to accelerate their game. Well, I do have a lot of stuff built up. Which could wind up being the difference. Still, we're not dead yet. This Ibex is very good. Ibex is very good. Oh, we're also getting a bunch of Explorer value from the Ibex, or some Explorer value from the Ibex. Yeah, we had enough money for sure. The Galapagos tortoise is cute, but I can't use it. But looks cool. My opponent takes the other university that I would want to take anyhow. They upgrade animals, which makes sense. Alright, I get to play 2 animals finally, get some stuff going. The Ibex does accelerate us towards the break, but I think we actually want a very fast break. While our opponent has 2 workers, I love a fast break. Cable car points on the Ibex is also huge. That's part of why we wanted the Ibex so bad. Double rock icons is massive value. So that was very good. We have so much appeal, actually. Just look at how much appeal we have. Explorer is insane. Explorer is insane. We definitely are still live in this game just because of how much appeal we have. We do want to pay attention to Asia animals, though. I do think we're supposed to win a race to Asia 5. So Asia is now, I think, the big fight. Our opponent is doubling sponsors here, too. Oh, maybe they're not. But if my opponent tries to double sponsors, like, I will absolutely try to break them. I do plan to take 2 size as the reward here. 2 size enclosure is the reward, so I never have to upgrade build. Seems very much good here. Yeah, it seems fine. I don't need to cover the map this game. I mean, I could probably cover the map and upgrade build, but I really like no build upgrade games. All right, my opponent is playing Vulture Red Panda. Okay, so they are definitely pushing on Asia. They have double. Yeah, we'll see what they do. They might use their worker. They might use 2 X's just to take their university and use their worker. I'm definitely doing habitats. Habitats and taking 2 size reward. That's very important. I get to upgrade. I also guaranteedly have a 3 size enclosure, which really makes me think I don't need build upgrade. I'm definitely upgrading animals. I need reputation flowing in. Oddly, I think I actually build here at the moment. No, I can do that. No, I do build here at the moment, so I can build a 3 size. No, I'm going to cause the break, right? Somebody's causing the break in a second, probably, unless my opponent uses double sponsors. If my opponent uses double sponsors, I'm not causing a break. If they do, but yeah, I need to be able to build. I need to be able to build a 3 size here as my action if I want to. And then I could build a 2 size over the rep during the break. I do need to start looking at more cards soon, but my opponent is just going to cause the break themselves. Interesting. That seems kind of intriguing, given they have... That's intriguing to me, given that they have a worker left. But I guess they really need money. But our incomes are basically equal now. But I guess I have a lot of money compared to them. But I still have plans to use it. What? My opponent didn't do another project yet either. Yeah, I don't know. We are definitely in a fight for Asia symbols. So that part, looking at more cards is going to be important. I am taking my rep. My rep could be important for my other card upgrade. Because now my university gives me everything I need. I am going to build a 3 size. I'm going to build a 3 size. Yeah, I'm going to build a 3 size here. We'd still love to find a 4 or 5 size predator that's worth releasing. I still could maybe release my sloth bear, but I don't love that because I still think I'm taking species diversity, although I'm struggling on the diversity part. But Explorer says we'd like to be more diverse than we are. I think I'm about to break 5. Am I about to break 5, or am I about to use my 2 X tokens to take an association action? Probably use my X tokens to take an association action. I'd love to get all my upgrades finished here. Maybe I do upgrade build over associate, by the way. If my opponent already has upgraded association, do I care about donations? I mean, mildly, but I don't necessarily have insane money. Although I have good money. I do have a lot of money, especially if I'm going to break here. I could play expert in large animals instead, but expert in large animals is not very good. I could play expert in small animals. It's also not that good, although it's 2 points plus some future money. It's not bad. What are my endgame goals again? Small animal zoo. That does, with the 2 size reward, that does kind of push us towards playing expert in small animals. We also have diverse species, though. Yeah, seems fine at the moment. I think I am using my X tokens right now. It's a little bit of a sad way to use up X tokens, but also just getting these knocked out feels great. Definitely we upgrade cards so that we can look at more stuff and draw from the row. Upgrade associate build is kind of intriguing. Upgrade build gives me another spot to put a big animal if we need it. We probably don't need it. Build does give me the option to fill the map, although native farm animals kind of ask me not to fill the map. I also kind of have this perfect aviary spot, but why do I need an aviary? I guess we upgrade association just so that we can make donations later too. The plan was no build, and I just don't see why we need to build. We have bonus enclosures coming. We have 2 size coming every break. There's at least one more break, probably 2 more breaks. I need to get my worker back, so like I think I'm just causing a break here. But like my next couple actions are just break 5 and get a ton of money, and then look at a bunch of cards. That's a little bit silly, but like we need to look at way more cards at the moment. We would love to take snapping as our next reward. We'd love to find more Asia. Our opponent might be beating us to Asia 5, which is going to be kind of bad. I'd love to find more projects too. My opponent has all the workers now. They also get their cards upgraded. They have no ability to upgrade sponsors. Wow, they use their extra worker just to take rep. Interesting. Not bad. Not bad. They do take the giant tortoise. The tortoise is nice. They do donate. Okay. On some level, breaking seems good for my opponents so that they keep getting money because they need more money. But on the other hand, if I don't break, I don't have workers, and I do want workers. I could just X this out of the way. I could, again, just play expert in small animals. I guess I have enough time to sit around for a second. Maybe I do just play expert in small animals. It gives 2 immediate appeal, so like it's not awful. It gives downstream money that I don't need. Do I want to advance to break 5? Not really. My opponent only has $18 at the moment. Yeah, let's just keep putting sponsorships out. Okay. This bird is okay. This is at least a bird symbol plus a free thing. So I mean we can play that from the row, but it's kind of nice that it's there. I definitely want to hunt for better cards. Again, a big predator would be very valuable here, so that I can play the savannah. Really, any big animals are good. I mean, the rhinoceros is still in our hand, which is nice. But yeah, I'm also going to draw cards here and hope to find some good stuff, because we're a bit behind on good stuff. Was a special assignment. After we play the rhino, it would be kind of funny to pick small animals with expert in well, expert in small animals doesn't make that good enough. I don't know. The Waza special is probably not important here. Sun Bear is excellent. Excellent fucking hit. Sun Bear allows me to release the Sloth Bear. And then get the bear icon scored again via Explorer and just back. So that's actually a huge hit. Sun Bear, very, very hot. Common Wombat, not particularly good, although incredibly cheap. And another release, so if we could find a big bird, we'd also be well set. We don't need expert in large animals. It's not very good. I'm going to play Rhino plus the bird. Probably play Rhino plus the bird. Dropping a kiosk seems fun. Not particularly important, but... Well, actually, is it important at all? Maybe it's not. I just like the bird symbol. The bird symbol is useful here so that I can actually threaten species diversity. after I take it from the Rhino. My opponent is up to 4 Asia. Alternatively, can I reach this Martin? I can't reach this Martin. Dang. This is the Asia that my opponent and I are fighting for. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great. I do like that I can release the bear, although I can't release the bear if I'm trying to win the Asia race. Ugh. All right, let's think this through. Animals. If I play this bird, this guy is going to fall down the row into a playable spot. I guess I'm playing the Rhino. And I'm taking species diversity just like always, right? I mean, I could take like herbivores. Actually, is taking herbivores better here? I have a wombat to get to 4 herbivores. Although my opponent actually can play 2 herbivores too. I'll take species. It's very tempting to take this bird because I can't use the association action. So yeah, I guess I take the bird. I don't love that I'm dropping that into a playable zone. I guess I drop a kiosk, but do I even have a good kiosk location? I mean, this is a very good kiosk location. It just Oh, I can never build there anyhow. I'd never upgraded build. Never mind. I have a fantastic kiosk location. $4. $4 is great. Expert on Asia is sick. Oh, Expert on Asia is so sick. Why don't I have an X token? Oh, no. My opponent should probably use an X to just snap Expert on Asia. Or my opponent could do a project in hand in order to snap Expert on Asia. That would be good. I have no X tokens here, which is a big issue. They do have a hidden project. They have an Okay, yeah. This is a problem. They get to take snapping. They can snap Expert on Asia. Yeah. Not good. Not good for us, because then they can do Expert on Asia. Discard a final scoring card. I'm going to assume I can win diverse species, but yeah, this looks bad. You love all this Ark Nova? Yeah, it's been fun. This game looks like a loss. Oh, wow, they could just draw Expert on Asia due to the rep? Oh, my God. Wait, but they take the Martin instead. I mean, the Martin is... Okay, they just take both. Okay, so they're winning Asia 5. They're just winning Asia 5. All right, fair enough. They're winning Asia 5. We need our worker back. Everything is kind of bad. Everything is kind of bad. They're winning all the important races. I mean, I'm at 49 points to their 41, so maybe it's not all bad, but Asia 5 is huge for them. But maybe I can make it out with species and... Maybe I can make it with species and predator release, and Sunbear is always very powerful. I think I can just knock build out of the way here. Alternatively, I could build, but again, I'm going to get another enclosure soon anyhow. We're going to cause a break soon. I think this is a good time just to take an X token. I'm going to get a free ability to play a sponsor eventually too, if I had any sponsors that were worth playing. I kind of need to look at more cards, which is nuts, but... Sunbear is a sneaky way we could still potentially win Asia. So we should think if we can win Asia 5 off of a good card draw. Because both of my opponent and I are now waiting for... we're both waiting for... Yeah, if I can draw an Asia animal, actually, I could still win this. I could still win the race to Asia 5 because of Sunbear. Yeah, so I think it's a fine time to look at cards. We only look at 2 cards, though. That's not great. It's not great. I don't like looking at only 2 cards. I guess I could just X associate out of the way, and then I'd be looking at 3 cards. I think it's okay to stall here for a sec, but only if we actually find a way to win the race to Asia. So we're kind of risking a lot on drawing an Asia animal that's playable. Which is not all that likely, but if we do find an Asia animal that's playable, is that going to be great? We'll force our opponent to cause the break, and then we'll do things. Hey, that's a playable Asia animal. I could just snap that. And then $37 covers it, and then we win the race to Asia 5. Is there anything wrong with that plan? The only thing wrong with that plan is we're relying on our opponent to cause the break, but I think they're likely to do so. I mean, we could get in such a stall war, I guess, right? Because they might realize that I have Sun Bear. Also, the other downside is I don't really want to put the peafowl into my only enclosure that's next to rock. Also, we've kind of forgot about the cable car bonus points, but you know, what can you do? Although maybe I get a moment here to build another enclosure for the peacock. Maybe. Maybe I'm able to build a 3 size for the peacock. Save the other one. Although why do I want to save the other one? Fair question. I'm gonna run out of frickin' space to put everything. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to upgrade build instead of associate, because, like, I don't have that insane of money, and I don't really want to make $7 donations, and it looks like I do actually have time to fill the map, but I'm not going to be able to fill the map because I chose not to upgrade build. So that's going to come back to bite me. This is a really interesting spot, because what happens now if my opponent does decide to stall? Like, what if we both decide to stall? What happens? I think my opponent has to blink before I do, right? Like, we keep both Xing actions, but he has no money. I can eventually take a build action here anyhow and then keep Xing actions. Like, I think I win the stall, forcing him to break, letting me do my double Asia into Asia 5. But we're going to get into a stall war. Let's go stall war. I am going to build a 3 size. This is like the last build action I should like ever need to take. God, I wish I had a playable sponsor so I could cover this. Like I'm gonna waste so much of the playable sponsors, but all right. This is a really interesting Ark Nova game. I've not been in a position like this before where like both my opponent and I are gonna stall. My opponent also just has so much more rep and CP than I do, which is this is like very different than my usual games. I just have so much appeal. My opponent is taking a break action here now, or he's playing a sponsor. He's playing a sponsor, expert on Europe, and now he gets a bunch of X tokens back. Okay, so we are going to get into a stall war of playing things. Can I even play this Opaki stable then? This is unfortunate. I didn't think about this. Yeah, I didn't think about this. I could commit to Waza Special. I could commit to Waza Special and say that I'm not building any big animals. Is that okay? It might be okay. It might be okay to commit to Waza Special. Although my opponent might have way more sponsors in hand, so we might be able to keep at this for... We might be able to keep at this for a while, in which case he will win. He will win the race to Asia 5. Yeah, I don't know that I see a good way around that. I guess it's okay to wait and see if he can do it. He almost certainly can do it, right? Like, he has so many cards in hand. Almost has to be playable sponsors in there. So then we're just giving him free turns to play sponsors, basically. Oh, because he can also just play Opaki off the row. Oh no, he can't play Opaki off the row because he doesn't have, or Okapi, sorry, off the row because he doesn't have upgraded sponsors. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's play this game. Okay, fine. You have Sunbear tie. No. No, we're gonna play it out. Nah, let's play. Because, like, I'm not allowed to X, right? Yeah, I'm not allowed to X when I have 5 X's, so I have to play Waza Special here. Committing to Waza Special to do this is kind of insane. I don't know that this makes sense, but I want to play it out and see how it goes. Hey, I forgot Waza Special also finds us another animal. This is cool. If our opponent has a sponsor, we're in trouble, and we get to admit, like, massive defeat. So hopefully they can't play a sponsor here. But I think they're just finding out that you can't X if you have 5 X tokens. And they have to trigger the break. They must blink first. All right, congrats. I don't even have to play this P-Foul, which I'm happy about. I don't really want to play this P-Foul, right? I would much rather play the Tapir because the Tapir gives me much needed rep. My opponent did correctly read that I have this, though. Oh, actually, low mountain range means the P-Foul is pretty good. Whoops. You know what? Actually, goodbye to you. And goodbye to... No, I do like you. How much do I like you? I don't like you more than having release projects, do I? Maybe I don't need... I probably don't need this release project. The P-Foul is a worse release than the Sloth Bear. All right. And then rip me then. Nice reference. Yeah, so my opponent correctly read all of this. We've had an insane stall war, and I appear to be on the winning side of it. I don't know that the game's totally mined yet, but it certainly seems winning from here. I do feel a bit bad for them. I mean, this is a sad way to like have things go, but it's also a valid. I don't know. It's a way for them to go. Also, like, we haven't won yet. I don't have that many endgame points on all my sponsors. I still need a 5th species icon, so I still need to find a reptile or a baboon or a primate that's playable, which I've not done. But yeah, I'm glad to have navigated this stall war to pull this out. Whether or not it's actually great for me, we'll find out. But it's like we at least we won this race. I do. I maybe should play the Tapir. This herpetologist is actually pretty good because this is the stupid symbol I need, and I can play the sponsor off of taking snapping. This is actually a very good find. I get to build for free. I could build over here. We are gonna like nearly fill the map. I don't have that much money. Maybe I have to play the Tapir over the P-Foul at the moment. I guess I'm not planning to release the P-Foul, so it really isn't that important. But yeah, Sunbear is dumb here. I'm also proud of you for figuring out the opponent's saying he's proud that he figured out how to have Sunbear, and I'm like, you know what? I'm also proud of you for that, to be honest. That was a good like figuring out. But yeah, especially with Waz's special assignment, I should just keep playing these small guys. Get another worker. And now I can dig. I kind of like some of these guys out here. Do I want to dig my hand? I could dig the P-Foul out now. How important is this P-Foul? Very unimportant. Let's dig the P-Foul for other better stuff. I love release projects, but I just don't need it. I'm not going to need this many projects. Like, we're already at 63. Side entrance is not it. Hey, also a reptile, also snap in. Love it. Okay. Let's take snapping, or do I take a worker? Now that I have this reptile, this guy's not very important. Worker could be more important so that I could do another conservation project later this round, which will be species, which will basically end the game. Yeah. In case we can't cause a break, I mean... Oh, I don't have a sponsor to play now. Oh, well, whatever. I just get $5. I will build for free. Yeah, no real reason. Oh, and I can I can clever something out of the way, which is probably just clever cards out of the way so that we can go fast here. Oh, I could donate too. Yeah, may as well donate, right? I don't need money. I just need to be able to play species 5 basically after playing the chameleon. Um, yeah, this is kind of a wild finish, but the Waza special looks really solid for us. Having species 5 in hand, again, we just need a reptile in play, which we're about to hit. So I do need to find myself. I need to cause a break here, and then I need to probably take a X token, play animals, play the chameleon. The chameleon is worth 4 plus 5 from explorer plus 6, 7 for Waza special. 7 points takes us to 82. And then yeah, species plus a donate, or just the CP is enough. I have exactly enough money for this chameleon, so actually I'm about to have a ton of money though because I'm going to cause a giant break. Definitely just cause a big break here. Maybe I'll be able to snap something like this Tasmanian Devil for a bunch more points. So we're not even going to need any of our release projects, which is actually kind of crazy. I didn't expect that, but yeah, it looks like I win in a couple turns. I mean, my opponent has enough time to like maybe catch us still, but I think they're out of projects, which is kind of a big issue. Yeah, I think my opponent's out of projects, which will probably be their undoing. But they're doing a good job of earning points. I mean, up to 66 points. Yeah, the primates project has just been like impossible to do. There's been no primates. This jungle is therefore no good. This iconic animal Asia is insane, though. Wait, has he even taken the points from it yet? Oh my. No. I guess it maxes out at 8. That's good. But yeah, 77 points. I mean, this game's not totally ours yet. I think it's likely we'll win in time, because now there's not many turns left. Not a lot of turns left now, but we'll see. We'll see. This Tasmania Devil is what I would like to play. So I would like to be allowed to play the chameleon, snap the devil. Sadly, we're not finding any more rock icons, so the cable car was kind of way less excited than I wanted it to be, but pulling the bears to be able to pull off this Asian nonsense. Committing to Waza special looks like it's fine here at the end. We don't have any big stuff. My opponent does have a project it looks like they're about to play, right? They just went Associate 5. Okay. Them having a project could still keep them very live here. Although they also don't have any big release options. Yeah, they don't have oh no, they have a big release option if they except we know well, they could have found Asia release. If they have Asia release, they're very live. If it's any of the other releases, it's probably too little too late. It looks like they're not causing a break either, which is probably what they needed in order to have enough money to end things. They do have small animals for 3 plus a donate plus yeah, they're still pumping points out. 89. 89's a lot of points. They choose not to donate too, which suggests they have more animals. I don't know. This is still a spooky finish. I mean, this is a good turn for me. Um, Actually, undo that last step. Take the playable animal away from the row in case my opponent needs to play that. Just pouch it. Just pouch it. All right, we're going to go to 108 in a second. Ooh, our opponent can play that elephant. Not good. Okay, this is a problem. My opponent is going to get that elephant, right? Yeah, they have snap in. Okay. Okay. So interesting. I was gonna end the game, but now I don't want to end the game, right? Now I also want to just play one more animal. Like, I want to kind of just play this tapir, although is the tapir too many points with the rock icon? The tapir is probably too many points. I probably also end the game. But basically, if I could take a 9-point delaying move, that's probably correct, because whatever my opponent is doing, they're going to go over. Yeah. Interesting problem. Our diverse species zoo is at least doing okay. We have more predators and herbivores very safely. We have more bears very safely. If I could play a primate, playing a primate would be valuable, but I can't. If I could somehow earn a reputation or a rep off of some creature, that'd be good. But yeah, my opponent does take the elephant. Yeah, that's spooky. They have enough X tokens also in order to do things here. All right, so yeah, just final math on the tapir, right? The tapir is 4 plus its 2 from cable car is 6 plus a shield is 9 plus 2 from Waza special is the problem. And I can't ignore any of that. I can play the sea lion is 6 plus pack is too many. I could play the barn owl, which is 3 plus 2 from Waza small. That's a 5-point delaying move. That could be the best thing to do. Again, I think my opponent probably also is just going to push right through here. I suspect they're ending it. Although they might build and then try to end it. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. Giving them more actions might be bad. They might build and associate also, right? If they somehow have another goal. I don't know what the goal would be. I think I just end it, but I think they're probably going to beat us. They're going to get an extra endgame card. They're missing their Australia icon for Quarantine Lab. They're going to get it to appeal for Victory Column, so they're not showing any endgame CP. I have 1 endgame CP. Plus my thing. Yeah, I think they're probably going to get me here. I'm going to choose to end it, but I'm deeply unclear if this is right. Oh, also, wait a sec. Do I have enough X tokens? I don't even have enough X tokens. Because the other thing is, if I had enough X tokens, I could I could send 1 extra dude for 2 rep here. But I can't even associate 7. Bummer. Can't associate 7 though. It's just not allowed. Oh, I wanted to find something else, but I just don't think there's anything else. We'll see. This is gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
That was a really weird game with a lot of very hard choices, and I have no idea if I've made the right ones throughout. But I'm glad we played it. I'm glad to have tried and talked through it. The stalling for Asia 5 thing was wild and it worked. But yeah, what a weird game. He was gonna end it because he has nothing else to do. See, I can't know that he has nothing else to do. It feels like yeah, I don't know. I guess I was supposed to take one. Oh, he has a golden eagle. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, I don't know of the eagle. If I know you had an eagle, then whatever. Okay, well, we've lost. Um, yeah, it was a really interesting game. A lot of tough choices, but yeah, now I mean, I thought he built the aviary for his other birds, but I probably should have guessed he had an eagle. But eagle plus elephant into he gets to copy my species 5 or species 4 for 3 shields and can take another CP reward. Yeah, he has enough X tokens to do all that. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So we were just one turn slow. If I had a few more X tokens left over, I would have been able to win this, but I used so many X tokens in the stall war. I wonder if I used too many X tokens in the stall war. I was probably supposed to position myself to have more X tokens coming out of that stall war. Although I had to be in position to just keep taking X tokens, and then my opponent chose to break, which is correct. Oh, he also pulled a 3 shield elephant. Gross. Oh wow, yeah, favorite zoo plus. Yeah. Okay. Well, we lost by a lot, but I mean, we made it work for it. But yeah, an insane 39 turn game because of all the stalling. Uh, but yeah. Anyhow, well, we were offered to not lose this elo, and we declined. But I think it was right to decline and play it out. Um, it's fun to see what happens. But yeah, how many we each 7 and 9 times we took X actions. So yeah. But yeah, I gave myself good shots here. I don't feel too bad about losing to somebody else highly rated. I would have liked to have found a way to win there, but yeah, I mean, kudos to my opponent for rushing Habitat 5. They did some fun things by upgrading Associate first. I was very confused about the upgrade Association first, but they did very fun things with taking this partner zoo and Associate 8. That Associate 8 action was really cool. Um, yeah. I was just a bit slow about getting my animals going. I just kind of kept not having very playable animals, and I had to do awkward draws. I liked my early sponsors. The Explorer was very good value, as it always is. But admittedly, the cable car was kind of a dud. I mean, it still was 8 points during the game, so like you can't say it's that much of a dud. But given that it costs an X token to play early, like I had to X and then play it or whatever. We didn't get the nuts cable car game that you can sometimes get where you just if I can find 2 more cable car symbols, right, that's a lot of cheap points to just play along with other stuff. This was a special was better than I thought though. That worked better. But yeah, just a couple of awkward timing things where I had to do stuff. I maybe was supposed to be pushing brakes faster, so maybe I was supposed to play less of these sponsors because getting my workers back faster also would have been helpful. Because like I never got around to doing my release projects. I was slow on reputation also because of what we were doing. So oh well. But also I gave myself chances. If my opponent doesn't have an eagle and or they don't top deck an elephant, we're also a lot more live. I mean, it turns out the Eagle, they probably still beat us because of Elephant plus whatever, but their Elephant drew a 3 CP project, so like everything went right for them. If they don't have an Elephant plus Eagle and instead are playing other animals, like we very much could be in contention here. But that extra action gives them That extra action gave them 3, plus they donated, plus they took the CP reward. So that extra action is 5 CP. So right there is 15 of the points. And then if you just consider that if they don't get an elephant and instead they have to spend their money on something worse, like, we were very competitive this game too. But I mean, that's part of how drawing cards and how the game works. So whatever. Anyhow, I'm blabbing a lot. I should head off and go do other things. That was a long stream because the game was so long. But we ran into some really interesting scenarios. But there marks the end of my crazy winning streak. But I deserve it, so it's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna head off. I'll see everybody around later. Bye.